Hello everyone and welcome to ROS2 tutorials. In this tutorial we provide an introduction to services in ROS2 Jazzy Jalisco. First of all, services are a very important part of ROS2. They implement the request-response communication pattern and they consist of the three components that are shown over here. Namely, they consist of a service client, a service, and a service server. As you can see in this figure, service client and service server can be parts of nodes. Next, we explain a working principle of services. A service client, or simply a client, creates a request or a call by sending a message. Here the message is denoted as a request message. This message is passed through the service and it's directed to the service server. Here is the service server. Once the server receives the request or the message, a certain task is initiated or executed by the corresponding node. On the other hand, the server generates a response message, denoted as the response message over here, and this message is passed through the service to the service client. The purpose of the service is to properly implement and transfer the messages. To better understand services, let us compare this type of communication with a communication type based on topics. In the case of topics, a publisher node simply publishes message through the topic without receiving any feedback from the subscriber. However, in practice, the subscriber would like to first send the message to a publisher, and then once the publisher receives this message, it should generate a response message. And that's the main motivation for services. Services actually implement this type of request-response communication, which is very important for robotics applications. In this tutorial, we use a turtle sim simulation environment to explain the concept of services. In the next several video tutorials, we will explain how to implement services from scratch in Python and C++. If you're completely new to the turtle sim simulation environment, then on my YouTube channel you can find several video tutorials. However, even if you don't watch these video tutorials, in this video tutorial I will explain how to start the environment. Okay, first of all, you need to start the turtle sim simulation environment. To do that, click here, then search for terminal, and inside of this terminal window you need to source the base ROS2 environment. In the video tutorial, I'm using ROS2 Jazzy Jalisco. Now that the environment is sourced, we can run the turtle sim simulation environment like this. First of all, we type ROS2 run, then we specify the name of the package, and then we specify the name of the executable or the name of the node. And if you press enter, you'll see this cute turtle that lives in two-dimensional space. However, if you try to press the keyboard keys, you will see that you will not be able to move this simulation or this cute turtle. To do that, you actually need to create a new terminal or start a new terminal by clicking here. And then inside of this new terminal, you again need to source the base ROS environment. And then after that, you need to run the so-called teleoperation node. The teleoperation node will enable you to move the turtle by using your keyboard key. Again, ROS2 run, then the name of the package and the name of the node. And if you press enter, and if you click here while keeping this window here, and if you move it like this, and make sure that this terminal is active, you can use the keyboard keys to move the turtle up and down. Good. Behind the scenes, there are several services that can be used to communicate with this simulation and that govern the parameters and the behavior of this simulation. So let's start investigating these services. For that purpose, open a new terminal by clicking here, and again, you need to source the environment. Then, to list all the services, type ROS2 service list, and this will give this list of services. We have these basic services which are clear, kill, reset, and spawn. Then we have these services which are associated with certain parameters of the simulation. Then we have this group of services which are also again governing the behavior of simulation, and then again we have these parameter services. We will briefly go over some of these services and explain how to send messages and receive messages back from the service client, or better to say, from the service server. The first thing that should be kept in mind when dealing with services is that every service has an associated type to it. To find out the service type, we simply need to type this command, ROS2 service type, and over here you need to specify the name of the service. Let's start with this service, which is previously listed. This is Turtle1 Teleport Absolute. As you will see later on, this service can be used to control the motion of the turtle in the two-dimensional space. However, let's first investigate its service type. And you can see the response. The service type is TurtleSim Service Teleport Absolute. Okay, let's now investigate the service type of the spawn service, which again was listed previously. If you press enter, you will see the service type. However, this service type doesn't tell us too much, or basically doesn't tell us anything about the type of the messages that can be communicated through this service. That is, we don't know what we need to send through the service. To find that, we need to use another command. We need to figure out what is the interface associated with the corresponding service type. For that purpose, we need to type ROS2 interface show, and then we need to specify the service type. Let's start with this type, spawn, which is associated with the service spawn. And if you press enter, you will see something that looks like this. Let's analyze this response. The first thing that you should notice is this dashed line consisting of 3 lines. This line separates the messages that are sent through the service and the messages that are received from the service. Namely, everything above this dashed line contains information about the message that is being sent through the service, and everything below this line contains the message information, or better to say, a message or message type that is being sent back from the service. This is the first thing to keep in mind. The message or the argument, this is how it's called, that is sent through the service contains over here, as we can see, 3 floats and an optional string. On the other hand, the response is actually a string message. This is super important. And by obtaining this information, we now know how to communicate with this service. Next, let's obtain information about this service type. So I will copy this, and then again, you need to type ROS2 interface show, and then the name of the service type, and this service type is associated with Teleport Absolute. And let's press enter. And now let's analyze this response. Everything above this dashed line is information about the message that is communicated through the service. We can see that we are sending X and Y coordinates, and we are sending the angle theta. We will test this service later on. Next, let's learn how to make a request, or how to make a service call. Now I'm going to clear this terminal, and let's learn the command. The command is ROS2 service call. Then we need to specify the service name, then we need to specify the service type, and then we need to specify the arguments. Okay, so let's start with the clear service. The clear service is the service that's used to clear the screen. That is, to completely erase our simulation environment. As you can see over here, I have a trajectory described by this turtle, and let's say that I want to erase this trajectory. To erase this trajectory, I need to send a specific message through the clear service. Let's figure out what is the type of the message and what is the service type. So again, you need to type ROS2 service type, and then you need to specify the name of the service. And you can see that the type is completely empty. So we don't need to send anything through this service. However, this empty type is still very important. So let's make a call to this service. To do that, since the type is empty, we simply need to type ROS2 service, and then we need to specify the type or the message that we need to send. So we need to specify ROS2 service call, then we need to specify the service name, and then we need to specify the type of the message that's being sent, or the type of the service. Here it is. And we don't need additional arguments since it's completely empty. And magic now happens. If I now press over here enter, you'll see what will happen. You will see that this simulation is cleared and the response is making a request to clear everything, and the response is empty response since nothing is being sent back through this service. Next, let us imagine that in addition to this turtle, we want to create a new turtle over here while keeping this turtle in the simulation environment. That is, we want to spawn a new turtle. For that purpose, we need to use the service called spawn. First of all, let's again go back and obtain more information about the type of the service. We can see that the type is given over here. Let's now learn how to communicate with this service by showing the interface for this service type, ROS2 interface show, and then we need to specify the type of the service, and here it is. We need to send the following. We need to send the x and y coordinates of the new turtle, and then we need to send the orientation. The orientation is simply the angle of rotation of the turtle. And as an optional argument, we can send a string specifying the name of the new turtle. Okay, so let's learn how to send this message. For that purpose, we need to use a service call. And this service call has a specific format given over here. So let's copy this and let's paste over here. So what are we saying over here? We are calling ROS2 service call. We specify the name of the service. We specify the service type. And over here, based on this information, we can see that we need to specify the x and y coordinates. Then we need to specify the angle of rotation or the orientation of the new turtle. And over here, we need to specify the turtle name. Now, if I keep this window active over here, and if I press enter, magic will happen. And here is our new turtle. Let's analyze the response. The response is, first of all, we are printing the type of the request being made, and then we can see the response. And the response is the name of the turtle. If you go back to original terminal running the node, you will see this message spawning turtle at this position. Good. Next, let us kill this simulation window. To do that, simply go to the first terminal and press Ctrl+C, and then let's create a new simulation window. Here it is, and the new animation is created. Now, let's learn how to control the motion of this cute little turtle by using services. For that purpose, let's go to the third terminal over here, and we need to use the service called turtle1 teleport absolute. That is, we want to control this turtle in the absolute coordinates. To do that, we first of all need to obtain information about the service type. So if I type this, I will get this service type, and then let's show the interface for this service. Here it is. And we can see very useful information. We need to specify the desired x and y coordinates of our simulation. That is, we need to specify the x and y coordinates of the desired position of the turtle, and we need to specify the orientation angle. Okay, how to do that? Well, again, we need to do a call to our service. And here's how we do it. It's pretty simple. We need to specify the following. ROS2 service call. then the name of the service, then we need to specify the service type, and over here we need to specify X and Y coordinates as well as the orientation angle. And here it is. And if you press enter and if you keep this window open over here, I'll do it like this. Let me move this. And if you press enter, you will see that basically turtle moved to this position. And you can see that instantaneously this trajectory is being described. That is, over here we are not actually animating in real time, we are just showing the trajectory to this point and the last location. And that's it. Everything explained in this video tutorial was introduction to services, and in the next video tutorials we will explain how to implement Python and C++ code files for defining and running services.